Hi everyone, and welcome to another edition of the live tea tasting. I'm going to wait a little while until a couple of you people show up, because this is going to be a very exciting one. It's one that I have been waiting for about 2 weeks to do. I have been intrigued by this tea because this is like nothing I've ever tasted before. I have no idea what to expect, so everything is going to be, hey Michelle, how's it going? Everything is going to be completely new to me. I have no idea what to do. I've never brewed this tea before, this type of tea. I'm not actually completely sure, but I believe it's an herbal tea, so I'm going to be able to give it a good long steep. Hey, Jazzy, how's it going? So I'm going to start the... Hey, Teresa! So I'm going to start the water. Now, this tea didn't have any specific instructions to go with it, so I'm kind of... Greg, what's up? I'm kind of guessing a little bit that it's an herbal blend because it doesn't look like any actual tea leaf is in here. So I'm going to treat it as an herbal blend, and I'm going to steep it at 212 degrees. They said to keep it up for 10 minutes, so that's what I'm going to do. This is it. Flower of Notoginseng. As you can see, it's got a really strange look, like nothing I've ever seen. Hey, Shayna, welcome. Maria, how's it going? You can see this looks kind of like broccoli. I heard all the jokes for the past 2 weeks. It looks like weed. It looks like broccoli. It looks, I know it's weird, but that's part of the charm. You know, this is why I do things like this so that I can explore them myself as well. So without further ado, I'm going to... I just said that, Greg. You see? I'm going to keep hearing that all night, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and open this for the first time, let you guys know how this thing is coming up. Now, I just unsealed it. I didn't open it or anything. If it only... Okay, there we go. Oh, there's a little plastic thing here. Alright, so first whiff, we'll see how it smells. Ooh. Yeah, it's a very strong odor. It's not like a green tea at all. It's very earthy and very green, but more on the side of grass. It smells like vegetable. You know, like not... Oh, when you go into the vegetable aisle of a supermarket, and it's got that plant kind of scent to it, that's what this is. Hey Nicole, yeah, it looks like I am gonna drink some grass, and hopefully it's gonna be good tasting grass. Now I have had grass smoothies before, so I'm kind of used to that kind of taste, but I'm not sure what this is gonna smell like. I mean, what this is gonna taste like. And honestly, I don't even know how much to put in there. So we'll see. This is going to be very interesting. I've already sweetened my pot, as it were, as I always do. Have a little bit of my sponge in there when I last... There we go. When I last cleaned this thing. So I'm going to just do what I normally do. Freehand it. A little bit more. There we go. I'm going to give you a close-up of one of these buds. It looks like it's a little bit out of focus. I don't know how good it's going to come out. But as you can see, it's really small. And it's got like a lot of buds on the top. It's very, very much like broccoli. It even feels like it. Where did I put the... Oh, I put the cap right in front of me. Yeah, I suffer from man vision. Well, it'll be kind of hard to smoke because it's wet. But, you know, it's those minor details. I'm surprised, like, Jose's not in here making weed jokes because that's usually his thing. Mini broccoli, yeah, that's pretty much it. So it looks like my water is almost done. So I'm just going to wait until... Oh, there we go. It popped. Okay, so I'm going to do the recommended... Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm just joking, Nicole. Now I'm going to pour in the water at 212 degrees. And I'm going to give it... Now, I don't know if this will oversteep it or not. I'm guessing. But we'll see soon enough. So, anyway, so I was reading up a little bit about it, and it's there's some very, very interesting medical properties. Right, it's 8:06, so about 8:16, I'm going to take it out. Now, it's said to have a lot of positive effects on your blood, your circulation, pulmonary diseases. So it's really great for the circulatory system. They say it also is good for like cholesterol. So it's got some really handy benefits. I've read a couple of articles where they actually help when a woman is recovering from childbirth. It helps the blood coagulate. It helps the natural healing process to begin. So that's something that was very interesting. Like, I didn't know there was something out there that can do that. It's from China. I don't know if it has a specific... I mean, sure it has a specific origin, but I don't know for sure. I saw also they had parts from Vietnam. I didn't read too much into the origins, but it is out from Asia. This was imported, so I'm really looking forward to this one. I have no idea how it tastes, so I just went ahead and pre-sweetened it as usual. I don't know if the sugar is going to have any effect. It might not. We'll see. I'm pretty much winging it here. So anyway, yeah, like I was saying, the origins are from Asia, Vietnam. I skimmed over a few of the articles because I was kind of in a hurry. I didn't have enough time during the week to do a whole lot of research, but I did a little. So hopefully it's enough to to make me sound like an expert, but I'm really not. So anyway, the medical properties. It also said that it was good for I already mentioned the circulation, which in turn can help you with headaches. When you get the blood flowing. I hope it's not gross too, seriously, because it would be very embarrassing to take that first sip and just do a spit take all over my own phone. That would just be awful. Anyway. So yeah, it's good. They mentioned it's good for headaches. I didn't see anything about caffeine content, so I'm assuming it's caffeine free. But since it's an herbal blend, that's probably going to be accurate. Because usually caffeine is... Yeah, that would be hilarious. I'd be the first to laugh. But, I always laugh at myself anyway. And so, anyway, it's got that... it's got the properties of an herbal blend. So I'm assuming it's going to be caffeine-free. But, again, don't quote me. I didn't buy this from Adagio, so I don't have a... what is it called? Like I don't have like a strong reference. I'm only going by what I could find. I'm not going to be that pessimistic and get myself a bucket. I'm not expecting it to be that bad. If it is, I'll just probably make a face like something like that should be sufficient to explain what it is I'm tasting. But you know what? Just because it's new doesn't mean it's bad. I'm being brave tonight and giving this my all because this is the sacrifice I make for you. Yeah, thanks. I've been working on it for years. Make a tablet. Oh, so it is known for like a medicinal property. Then, if they make them into tablets, and I guess they use it as a supplement. I'm assuming. I only looked up the tea form, so I'm actually a little bit interested after the. I'll make that face for you later, Jazzy. Don't worry. um, I'm actually interested to continue to research some other health benefits from this because I get the feeling that it's going to be really, really interesting what I find. Because I liked what I found so far. All right, it's 8:11, so I have 4 more minutes, and then it's showtime. I can't wait. I mean, you guys know I've been mentioning this for about 2 weeks now. I was even thinking about bumping last week's Cocoa Mint Green, but I figured one bump is enough, and I wanted to get on that as soon as possible. And for those of you who have tasted Cocoa Mint Green, you know what I'm talking about. Nicole, I don't know if you had the one that I gave you, but from the smell of it, you look really impressed, so I couldn't bump it again. Oh, but anyway, yeah, I've been really looking forward to this one. It's 12. Man, I'm like getting anxious. 4 more minutes. I don't know. I'm a little bit antsy, in case you couldn't tell. But anyway, yeah, for a rough day, it's definitely a pick me up. It's gotten me through a lot of hard days. No, it's not coconut mint. It's actually chocolate and mint. It's kind of like a peppermint patty. So when you drink it, it's a treat. It's completely a dessert tea. I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorites. I wanted to make it into an iced tea, but I don't think it'll last that long. I'll save it for next time. Yeah, you'll all be witnesses. It'll actually be saved on Facebook as well. So whoever misses it tonight can go back and see it later on. I'm gonna make that face again of me going. Yeah. You don't like chocolate mint? What kind of a human being are you? It's delicious. Oh, I love cocoa mint. It's one of my all-time favorites. I actually put it in one of my creations. Hey, Katie, how's it going? I put it in one of my creations, the katina. I separated the word because my friend, it was actually made for my friend. Poopers, you made it. I actually made it for my friend, and Cocoa Mint Green just kind of fit her personality, so I put that in there, and she told me to mention it when I do the katina, but when that day comes, I'll give her a shout out. I'm glad to hear it, Katie. Oh, you're dealing with a cranky child, and you get me? I don't know how you're gonna handle it. I'm good. I'm experimenting. I'm being brave today. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. I'm hanging on to like every second because I am dying to see what this is like. So you don't care for mint, but you love chocolate. Well, if you can put up with peppermint patties, then I highly recommend this tea. It's out of this world. It was one of the first ones that I bought more than once. Because Cocoa Mint Green has a really, really sweet flavor, and I actually gave it to somebody else today, she's on a strict diet, no sugar, no nothing. So I gave that to her. Hopefully she'll enjoy it. Ani, you're just in time. I got 1 minute. So you can deal with the peppermint patty, then I highly recommend the Cocoa Mint Green. Because you're gonna like it. 1 minute to go. 1 minute. So just so you guys know, I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the name. This is the Flower of Notoginseng. For those of you who came in a little late, this is going to be the first time I'm tasting this. I have zilch, no experience with this whatsoever, so I don't know what to expect. So far, I've only gotten to smell it, and it's basically, it smells a lot like vegetables. It's got a really nice earthy scent to it. And it's basically, it's like farm fresh. That's the best way I can describe it. So it's 8:16. Time to get this puppy out of the water. Put you guys down for a second. Oh, that is hot, 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 hot. Oh. Whew. That water just came out scalding. Okay, so there's not much of a difference when it's wet as when it dries. It just looks more like like steamed broccoli. So I'll go ahead and switch the camera. As you can see, it maintains its form really strongly, which I had no doubt it would, because of the way that it's formed. You can see that it looks more like broccoli now than it did before when it expanded. You can't eat the regular chocolate that's been in a bag with the mint. Oh, so you're like anti-mint altogether, huh? Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and stir around the sugar. Well, not sugar, I used same thing as always. The stevia. Okay, there we go. What, the the vegetables, the Notoginseng? Oh, only if it involves chocolate. Well, you know, a lot of what involves chocolate is the best stuff on earth. That's my personal opinion. And now I got my little friend T-Rex. We're gonna both try this together. Now, the first thing I can smell, now that I'm concentrating on the tea experience, it smells kind of like a vegetable soup. Like before you put in the meats and the carrot, not the carrots, the meats and the seasoning, you get that smell of just the steamed vegetable. Ooh. The more it's permeating the room, the stronger it gets. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour my first cup, and hopefully I have some good light so that you can see the coloring. I'm expecting it to be at least a pale green or something. But here we go. Yeah, it's very pale, slight green, almost clear. And when you get a good whiff of it, it's kind of got an almost salty flavor. Not flavor. It's almost like a salty solution. I'm gonna switch over again so that you guys can see what the tea itself looks like, because you didn't get a good representation of it while it was pouring. I can see now it's more green. But let's see. Oh, and you can see my shadow's in the way. I'm just gonna move a little bit over. There we go. You can see it's got a nice pale green connotation to it. Oh, that is a strong smell. Like I'm getting even more of a broccoli kind of smell to it. Let me put that down for a second. There we go. Now back to me. Okay, let's see. Ooh, this is gonna be strong. Thanks. T-Rex says thanks too. Oh, okay. Here goes nothing. Ooh, that That's interesting. You taste like the center stem of the broccoli. It's got a slightly smoky flavor to it, but it's also surrounded by green. So it's like it's basically like tasting broccoli. It's got a strong scent and it's got a stronger flavor than what it looks. It might be naturally bitter, I don't know. But I put the sugar in it, so it kind of evens it out. But it tastes like broccoli. That's gonna be my best comparison, like steamed broccoli. Oh, it's coming out hot. I don't know why it normally doesn't come out this hot, but we'll see. Broccoli tea. Yeah. I don't want to drink broccoli either, but I mean, this is what I'm here for. I'm here to try new things. I can't say that this is my favorite, but it's not as gross as it sounds. I think I may have oversteeped it a little bit, but I mean, it's hard to tell because I have no idea how to gauge it. I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. You see? Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit laborious to finish. It's not bad per se. It's not gonna make me make the face, but it's very vegetable. It's okay, Ma. It's all right. You made it. I'm happy. Well, the way that I gauge it, I want to give it a good chance, because sometimes you have to acquire a taste for something, and it's not that it's bad. It's just very different. Is there anything you can use to blend it that will make it not taste like broccoli? Probably honey, maybe. I mean, I put the stevia in it, and it helps, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what else. I mean, I do have some honey. I can actually, you know what? I'll put some in. It wouldn't hurt, because now I can do like a before and after kind of comparison. No, I mean, it doesn't taste bad at all. It's just different. It's just a little weird, not what I'm used to. There we go. Putting a little bit of honey in there. Woohoo, honey. I'm just going to put the honey in this one. I might not put it in the second glass, because I want to have a good comparison to it. Whoops. Just going to stir it up a little bit. Now, this is the kind of thing that, since it's really good for you, you would drink it as an on-need basis. I wouldn't recommend drinking this for pleasure. But then again, I might have oversteeped it. I have no idea. I have no basis for comparison. I'm completely winging it here. Okay, so the honey does help. Now it tastes a little bit closer to the traditional black tea. It's getting closer to Lipton. So that the honey does help. Demi, how's it going? Ooh, that's warm. Whew. I can feel like a difference in my body, just the temperature rising. Oh, I'm thinking about putting on the they put it into soup. I can believe that. Now, do they eat it directly, or do they do they steep it and then take it out? Because I mean, I can see this as a soup. It does have that that kind of taste to it. Like I said, it tastes like broccoli. So if you could put broccoli in soup, then by all means. But I don't quite know if this is edible. So that's something that that I'll want to look into for sure. I'm gonna try another one. If I knew that wouldn't kill me, I would do it. I don't. I don't know. As a matter of fact, I know all of you guys love me and you don't want to see me get sick or die. So I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Somebody can go in, do some research. If this thing will kill me if I eat it, then tell me not to. But I don't see why not. I wouldn't eat one of those things. Because honestly, I mean, if it's edible and it tastes like broccoli, it'll be fine. I like broccoli. I just prefer it cooked better than steeped. What do you mean, ew? If it's food, it's food. Well, I can't look up the recipe right now because I'm on the stream, but I can check it out later. If you can send that to me as an instant messenger on my Facebook, then by all means. Okay, I think I'm starting to acquire the taste a little bit. I think that what's getting me more is the fact that it tastes a lot more like a vegetable rather than regular green tea. Green tea has more of a seaweed, salty flavor to it. It's more on the seaweed side rather than the vegetable side. This is more... well, yeah, most teas are steeped at between 3 and 7 minutes. However, this is not an actual tea. It's more like an herbal blend. So this has a regular stronghold. They said to do it at 10 minutes, but they didn't specify the temperature. That's why I'm kind of like, I don't know if I should have done it as a black tea or a green tea. Ralph, no tea bags today. I honestly have no idea if I did it right. I think that if I had done this as a green tea, I would have gotten more of the broccoli flavor to it, because when you drink something cooler, it takes on more of the taste. Steep it like a brown tea. What is a brown tea? They just released the trailer for Black Panther. Nice. I'm gonna check it out. I saw like posters and promos and stuff, but I haven't seen the trailer. I'll check that out after the stream. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm if I were to do this as a green tea, I think that I'd get more of a flavor to it, and I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do that on my own time, and report later, because I really don't know what I'm doing when it comes to this. Yeah, that honey is really helping. And I'm doing the slurp. For all those who missed it last week, they say, you didn't slurp. Well, there you go. I'm slurping today. You from black and green mixed, there's actually, if you go for an oolong tea, that's that's the meeting point between black and green. You get a nice oolong, and that has more of an earthy flavor, like out of it tends to have kind of like, how do I describe it? It's a slightly bit more bitter than black tea and green tea, but not to the point where it's gross. It's a good kind of bitter. See, you love oolong, you know what I'm talking about. And Anna, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. I meant to welcome you in a minute, but I was talking about the oolongs. But if you actually physically want to mix a black tea with a green tea, it depends on the blend. I think it might be interesting because you can't really blend. You can't really steep it the same. Excuse me. You can't really steep it on the same amount of time using the same temperature water. Those are comments from Izzy. Of course, he'd want to see me test that out. Ooh. Yeah, now that it's cooling off, I'm tasting it a little bit. I'm tasting it a little bit better. I'm thinking maybe I did oversteep it a bit because now that it's cooling off, I can get more of a full flavor. The ginseng in the oolong or the ginseng in the flower? Because I'm not sure if this comes from the same plant as a ginseng root. They just call it the flower of Notoginseng. There might not be any relation, but again, I didn't have much time to consider these questions because I didn't know what to expect. But at least I'm prepared for anything at this point. Oh yeah, that's good. I think I'm starting to acquire the taste for it. So it's a form. Oh, so this is part of the ginseng plant. It's good to know. I wonder if it has the same benefits as the roots, because the roots, they're said to have like hundreds of health benefits. This one had main benefits, but it didn't look like it was a full-on medicinal kind of tea. The root is ginseng. That's what your stepdad digs up during the fall. Okay, so he basically digs under the flowers and pulls up the ginseng root, and that's where this comes from. That's good to know, because I had no idea. I was trying to find that it was, if they were related, but I couldn't quite get any straight answers for it. But it's good to know. So I really love getting information about this kind of thing, because then when I bring it up at parties, I sound smart even though people walk away from me. I think I need to top it off. Okay. There we go. Pot's done. Oh, gotta do a little bit of a balancing act. Yeah, I'm gonna finish it. I paid good money for it. I better finish it. Be like, I don't like it, I'm throwing away this money. No. Times are tough. I mean, like I said, it's not really that bad. It's just different. And it's the kind of thing that once you get used to it, it's gonna be it's I mean, I think that the health benefits are gonna be worthwhile. So how much was it? A can this jar this big was like $10. So this one, I mean, it's imported. Famous hemostatic proprietary herbal. So okay, so it was in Viet Cong. I thought it said it was Vietnam. To do, I did actually read that it was helping. It was helping like to coagulate the the wounds and the blood in the same way that it helps a woman after childbirth. So yeah, that's I'm glad that you're like backing me up on this one. Your nephew wants to know why I'm sad. I'm not sad. I'm more like, ew, if that makes any sense. I just have a sad face. Because, you know, I'm so sad. I'm sad because I don't have any cocoa mint right about now. But I do have iced tea that I made. Yeah, you always laugh at me. That's no different. I did make some iced tea, and that's what I'm going to do next week. Actually, next week I'm going to make some iced tea. I'm going to bring it up in next week's thing. I'm still gonna do the watermelon one. I think we'll see. I'm like 90% sure, but I also do like the caramel rooibos that I have in the fridge now. So I might make that again. And don't worry, Ma, I'm not gonna bring it with me. Cookies, almond cookies. I don't know, because, I mean, there's not really a cookie that would go well with this. Not that I can think of, because it's got too much vegetable in it. If you were to have a cookie, maybe, yeah, probably an almond cookie. Yeah, I think crackers might be better because it's not as flavorful. Snickers, no. No. So it was actually $10, and I got it from Chinatown in Chicago. It was a little shop that my roommate took me to. And I saw it. I saw the look of it. I was like, you know what? I want to try that. And it piqued my interest. Ritz crackers, I don't know if maybe lightly salted. Ritz crackers or an herb cracker, yeah. I think that would be good. Like, what's those? What are those ones? The wheat thins. Wheat thins might go well with this. Something with a nice mellow taste that it won't overpower. Okay, yeah. We'll talk. Oof, it's still like the more that it cools off, the more of the vegetable comes out. So yeah, this is it's I'm acquiring the taste, but it's becoming slightly more difficult. It's not as bad as Earl Grey. Earl Grey, it takes a lot of getting used to. This, in one cup, I'm doing all right. You know, I think that I can do this. I'm probably not going to bring this to work, because nobody would talk to me ever again if I talk them into drinking the broccoli. I would recommend this for its health benefits, but not so much the taste. Oh, I still got half a cup to go. At first, I was like, "Yes, like, I can't wait! I can't wait! This is exciting!" And I was like, "Okay, I could have waited a little bit more." A stimulant too? Well, given the fact that it's from the ginseng, I can imagine, especially since it's good for blood. Then yeah, I can see that. That's what you thought too. That what that it was a stimulant. Whew. Like my body temperature is rising from this. I don't know what it is. Hey Sarah, how's it going? Glad you could make it. Yeah, it's definitely lowers your cholesterol. That's something that they made a huge point over. Um, yeah, I hope not. I don't need the help. Trust me. So Sarah, just this for you. This is what I'm drinking tonight. Flower of Notoginseng. It's that broccoli-looking tea, and it tastes a lot like broccoli. Um, it's taking some getting used to, but it's definitely worth it for the. Hey, you made it! All the. Thanks for the visual, Teresa. The greasy poops. That's just gonna be okay for all of you just joining out, just joining us. We're in the middle of talking about greasy poops. In fact, you just chose the best time to come through. Yeah, it's this tea that tastes like broccoli. It's more like drinking a soup and like a broth, but like a vegetable broth. Well, I mean, it's not bad. It's not nasty. It's just it's hard to get used to a little bit. I mean, the other ones you just drink and it's like, ooh, this is nice. Ooh, this is tasty. Ooh, this one, this one. It's more like you spend week after week after week having dessert, and then all of a sudden you get vegetable. You turn into a kid all of a sudden, like, yuck. Yeah, it's very much an acquired taste, but it's not that not in my opinion. It's not that hard to get used to it. I mean, I went through 3 ounce pouches of different kinds of Earl Grey, and I'm still not completely used to it, but I can tolerate it. I can get through it. Um, to acquire the taste. Um, I've had worse. Let's just put it that way. Oof. This is really like the more it cools down, the more it tastes like vegetables. And I mean, it's not great, but it's good for you. Okay, so I'm going to open up the floor to discussion. I think we might have lost the Wi-Fi. Am I on? Yeah. All right. So apparently I lost the Wi-Fi. Um, but I'm on my own data plan now. So that's fine. I'm glad that it didn't cut me off because I hate when that happens. I think they might be doing a little bit of maintenance upstairs. Happens on occasion. And I'm almost done. Almost. Oh, well, that's good, because I'm glad that I didn't get much of an interruption in between. Sometimes when that happens, it's like, it's so... now it did what? Now it cut off? Maybe? I don't know. Alright, so it looks like I'm almost finished. Almost. Now I can drink it a little bit faster. Done. I survived. Hooray, I'm still on. I'm glad, because sometimes you just don't know. And I would have been talking and talking and talking and had no idea. Oh, I'll tell you one thing. This is actually more filling than I thought it would be. Like, usually when I drink a whole pot of tea, I'm good, but this is like, I feel stuffed. I believe, yeah, I mean, I would do it as a detox, but it's more for like, excuse me, for like cholesterol, blood pressure. I don't know if it has detoxing properties. I can look into it, but I don't think so. Yeah, it buffered for a bit. It probably just it was switching between networks. But, yeah, I don't think that that's got any worse. Yeah, that's the one thing that I saw site after site after site. It's very heart healthy. So that's the one thing I'm banking on. I don't know if I would drink this on a regular basis, but if I do, it's good for my heart, and that's what I'm going to keep on telling myself while I drink pot after pot after pot. Yeah, I'm still kind of... Don't worry, it's not that bad. I keep saying that, trying to convince myself. Alright, so, you guys, I'm opening up the floor. If you have any questions or you want to talk about something. Yeah, it's probably going to be better in a soup. When you put in all the ingredients, it'll mask the flavor. Especially when you like pair it with meats and stuff. Yeah, probably. Like I don't really eat soup very often. I might look into it if I were to get some soup. I might add that in. I don't know. We'll see. Would I try it with no sugar or honey? Maybe after... Maybe like on the last one I might try it. But right now I'm not inclined to. Because it's not a very accommodating taste. This is the kind of thing that you would drink purely for health benefits. Maybe if you acquire the taste better. I don't know. I mean, it might be good. Well, probably. Now that I think about it, because they make vegetable pasta, you know? They have like, what is it, spinach raviolis and like the green noodles. So I don't see why not. Who knows? I might do that sometime this week. I still have some linguine left over. It might go well. Add it with a little butter sauce. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Sometime next week, I'm going to make myself some pasta with this and see how that goes. I haven't. Let me see. I haven't really. Oh, it's making my nose run. I haven't really done much cooking with green teas. I mean, aside from the jasmine rice that I did that one time. But this one, I think this would do better as a soup. Okay, so any other questions, thoughts, comments? I'm keeping the floor open, keep the discussion going. Well, I'm sweating a little bit here. I haven't sweat this much. Butter is super heart healthy. That is true. When you, it's guilt by association, and I think actually the butter might help the broccoli taste. You get a nice little salty, creamy taste to it. It's worth a shot. Whew. I really am sweating here. I'm gonna turn up my fan a little bit. Oh, gotta. See, I'm always hesitant to turn on my fan because I don't know how how loud it'll be. I actually have a few recipes now, thanks to Shayna, who's been supplying links here and there. I'm gonna take a look at them after. I saw something that had to do with pork, so we'll see. I'll look into it, see what we can do. Yeah, that probably is the blood flowing. I didn't think that it would have that quick of an effect, but you're probably right. I don't feel my heart going any faster, but it's the circulation of the blood itself. It probably thinned it out a bit and is flowing faster. A little horn growing in the middle of my forehead. What are you talking about? I don't see anything. Making me all self-conscious. You might want to wipe that off your screen. That's probably it. Like I didn't think about that before. I should have put on like a tank top or something to keep myself cool. This is the same effect that I had from the Dai Bai Chai. The Dai Bai Chai, I have to say, was worse because that you physically saw my the sweat coming out of my brow. Yeah, I'm actually a rhinoceros because there's no such thing as unicorns. He's like, oh. Somebody should make a GIF of that. It's like, oh. I so. If some of you know how to do a GIF, make one, because I would love to have that to send to people. Like, hi, how's it going? Oh man, I don't know how we get off on these subjects. This is why I love doing this, because I always have a great time. Oh, anyway. Yeah, that is how I should greet strangers. Going to my next job interview. Hey, how's it going? My name is Mike. Oh, oh, that would be awesome. They're like, you're hired. It's like, don't you want to see my resume? No, you're hired. Well, thanks for the job. Oh. Can I get a raise? Oh! Christmas bonus. My God. Oh. Jennifer, you came at the perfect time. You saw my little... Oh man, I don't even know. That's exactly. This is. I want to run your company. Oh man. I'm semi sure. I'm sure it didn't vote. I mean, it didn't have weed on any of the ingredients, so I'm fairly sure that this is me completely sober. I don't know whether or not that should scare people, but I'm feeling good. Yeah. This might be a side effect of the tea, because I can't. I mean, after the day I've had, I was mostly tired. I don't know where this burst of energy came from, but I'm kind of glad it came, because this is just hilarious. It's funny because every time I try a new tea that I have no idea what's going on, something like this happens. Yeah, I'm completely sober. I already do blame you, Jazzy. It's the ginseng. Yeah, I'm high on ginseng. That should be like a song, you know, like somebody somebody sings a song about the about smoking some ginseng root. You do need to try some of this because it's a great it's a great stimulant. You're absolutely right, Teresa. Veggies are the most important part of your meal. You hear that, kiddies? Always drink your broccoli tea. Hey, Mrs. Murray, how's it going? Long time no see. I don't have enough energy to go out for a run right now because I am out of it. A long day at work. But I tell you what, this stuff, if I were to have this midday, it might just have a good effect on me. It'll probably just push me through. Because for something like that, to see me start this this stream and drink the tea, and then you see the emotional effect that it had on me, it might be worth cataloging, you know? Hey, cheers. Oh wait, no, wrong one. Cheers, my T-Rex. So, anyway, opening up the floor again to all who want to know. That is a good point. You see, that's the thing that it never fails to amaze me. Because when you drink something or you take a supplement, I never expect it to have that fast of an effect. Usually caffeine doesn't really affect me that quickly, even at all. I mean, I think I get that from Ma. She can drink like 20 cups a day and it wouldn't buzz her. It's the same thing with me. I have a high tolerance, but when you have something like this and it affects me this quickly, I think that that's a testament to its potency. Should be taken with food to avoid low blood sugar, even in non-diabetics. Okay, yeah, that's good to know. I'm glad you tell me this now after I drank an entire pot of, of the Notoginseng. I might have to find a quick snack after the stream is over, so that it doesn't affect me, because this was not on the warning label at all. I do. Hey Pam, how's it going? I wish I had like my leftovers from Burger King or something. I don't know. A little something to feed me after, but I mean I'm not starving. So after eating special broccoli, yeah, I love that. Sending fast love, I am live myself. Oh, okay. Thanks for dropping in. Enjoy your own stream. What's quick question? What's a LuLaRoe? I don't quite know what that is. Yeah, Burger King is great for the heart. Mostly emotionally good for the heart. Not so much physically. But Burger King makes me happy. LuLaRoe is clothes? What kind of clothes? Like, is it a skirt, a dress? It's not guy fashion, that's for sure. Because I barely know what a romper is. So, I'm all about that. Male rompers, I'll never wear one myself, but leggings and tops and dresses. Is that like I was just about to say, is it a brand or is it? Yeah, it's a brand. Okay, that explains it. Because I was kind of lost there. Anyway, back to the excuse me. Back to the topic at hand. Oof. We'll move over a little bit. Pop-up part. Oh yeah, you were talking about that. That's where you like display clothes and like people like it and they buy it or something. I'm still not clear on the goal, but what can I say? I for the first time in my entire life, I had to admit that I'm too old to be hip. So, you guys, it's the end of an era. I am no longer the hip man I used to be. I think I lost that hip a long time ago when I started telling dad jokes on a regular basis. Anyway. Alright, so you guys have any other questions? Any other... Yeah, I was hip once. Just once. It was a long time ago. Long ago. I think it was 1947. Yeah. Sounds about right. Okay, well, anybody else wanna bring something up? Yeah, exactly. In kindergarten, that's the 1 year that I was hip. See, that's when I was wearing rompers before it was cool. I don't even think I've ever worn a romper, even as a kid. But Ma can attest to that. So, anybody else? Anybody have any questions or comments? More for the tea than anything, because I think we're hitting all the subjects today. Anything? Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. There's not gonna be a link to this one because I didn't buy this online. I bought it at the store, and they don't seem to have any website. You only froze 10 times? Yay! Yeah, streams like this are fun. I have to admit, I may not have enjoyed the tea as much, but I love spending time with you guys, and that's what really keeps me going. There were a couple times where I wanted to take a break, but something happens and I get right back in there. But next week for sure, I'm gonna do the next week for sure, I'm gonna do the iced tea, and that one is gonna be a marathon because I'm gonna have to keep you guys occupied for an hour while this steeps, and you guys are gonna have to keep me going because I don't know what I'm gonna talk about if not the taste of the tea. So it's gonna be a free for all next week. Bring your sense of humor, and bring your energy. And let's just keep it up, because while this thing is going for an hour, there's gonna be more of a process afterwards. So I'm holding all of you to that. This is my little horn finger. Ah! Am I going to? What? So you're going to stip? You mean steep? Or like STEEP? I don't know. If you are saying steep, then yeah. I'm going to steep it for an hour. I'll talk all about the process as it goes, and you'll get to see my strip. No. It's too hot to strip. Well, that makes no sense. Am I going to strip? No, I'm not going to strip. I promise. I don't think I can do an entire tea show and then strip after. I could. I'm sure like I would get the most hits, the most likes if I just sit there for an hour going, ah! But next week, I think I officially made my decision. I'm going to do the iced tea. Where is it? Here it is. I might sing. I might do a little singing. This is the watermelon one. It's called The Alchemist's Garden. I'll talk about the ingredients and stuff next week, because apparently I'm going to have a lot of time to kill. So I'm not going to give away any of the ingredients or any of the information that I'm going to need for next week, because then I'll have less to talk about and I'll be dying up here. Excuse me. Oh, every time I drink tea and talk a lot, that always happens. Oh well. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up now. Thanks a lot. You guys mean the world to me. You know what? That might not be such a bad idea. I was actually talking to my niece about stopping in. She wanted to see what the tea smells like. I would love to have a guest. I'll talk to her, see if she wants to join me for a little bit. Do I have a Jackbox? What's a Jackbox? I have no idea. But yeah, I'm gonna talk to my niece, see if she wants to come. We'll see. Alright, so I'm going to wrap it up. I'm waiting to find out what a Jackbox is, though, because I'm kind of curious. Come on, Jossie, you're holding it up. Let's see. It's a game that you can play with others. I don't quite have that. I'll look and see. Maybe. I don't know. I'm up for anything, because knowing that I have an hour to kill is gonna be my strongest I don't know, obstacle. So yeah, because as you guys know, I'm better at interacting with you guys than talking off the top of my head about stuff. So yeah, we'll talk about a Jackbox next week. You guys can tell me all about it, because we'll have time to kill. Okay, so it's time to get out of here. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me, and I look forward to doing it next week. Puppets. Yeah, exactly. Puppets are going to be a great part of the show. Alright, guys. Have a good night and see you next week. Thanks so much.